Hello, and today we're at Middleton Hall, a very much unknown hall in Warwickshire. This is a really nice place and serves as a time capsule for the life from the 15th century to 1925. It belonged to the Willoughby family, and they were made Lords of Middleton. This is the old Barnes area, which has been converted into a group of shops. So you can buy things, have a meal. Oh, look at the variety of different things they have here. The oldest part of Middleton is a jetted building you will see shortly. It was constructed in 1530 of traditional oak framing. It was considered so nice that they actually had a royal visit of Queen Elizabeth I in 1575. This is a lovely place with a little stream runs around the front. It makes it really picturesque. And here we go over the bridge to look at some of the original features, starting with the Tudor section. And then we move on to the Georgian section after that. And here we come into the first room. A couple of dates worth mentioning here will be 1086, where Middleton was actually mentioned in the Domesday Book. Moving on to 1185, the Knights Templars was given land here. This is the John Ray building, which was dedicated to the botanist and natural historian who lived at Middleton 1660 to 1673. The roof is certainly amazing. If you look at all these struts and how they were made, it is amazing that something like that cannot be done nowadays. Here we go, set up another building, and keep your eyes open because you might see two ghosts walking through the hall. Oh, was that a ghost I saw? No, it was two reenactors that were there on the day. Now we move into a stone building, which is the oldest building on site, dating back to 1285, when Philip de Marmion was given permission to build this stone structure. As you can see, they were living on straw at that time. But I do like the door we have here with its barred window. And here we have the kitchen and the bakery. And you can see the ovens and the huge fireplace that they used to cook the food on. The first Willoughby to inherit the Middleton was that of Henry Willoughby, who inherited it in 1493.
Did you enjoy this episode? We'd love to hear from you. And when you want us to go next? But until then, and until next time, keep history alive. Years ago, the future of this country and monarchy was at stake in these very fields.
The battle here pitched neighbour against neighbour, brother against brother, father against son.
Welcome to episode 3 in our Battlefields of Britain series. This is the Battle of Properly Britain.
Able to raise fair taxes on its people. Disagreements about economics, politics and religion only helped add fuel to the fire. The situation came to a head in January 1642 when King Charles entered Parliament seeking the arrest of 5 members: John Hampden, Arthur Hazelrick, John Pym, Denzil Holles and William Strode. Charles sat in the Speaker's chair and remarked famously that "all my birds have flown." It is for this reason that the monarch is no longer permitted to enter the House of Commons. One of the first skirmishes of the war took place at Powick Bridge in Worcestershire in September 1642, and the first full-scale pitched battle only 2 months later at Edgehill. The result of the battle at Edgehill was inconclusive, but it did, however, mean that the King's advance to London had been checked. As the campaigning season of 1644 began, Parliament achieved small victories in both Ladbridge and Cheriton. 1643 had been a good year for the Royalists, but Charles had now lost the initiative. Oxford had served the Royalists well as a headquarters, but it was still perilously close.
This group's called the Stanleys, right?
That's right. Yeah. So William Stanley's.
And the one last week was Stronghold reenactment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different groups.
But yeah, we specialise. We do late 15th century, lots of living history. So we are trying to recreate life as it was in the 15th century. So the right food, the right clothes, the right drinks, even games, dentistry. The dentistry display we've got is disturbing. It is horrible.
Is that over there?
It's all over there. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
there's also You can have a go at games as well. We've got gaming.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually have a go at like medieval cards, medieval board games. We've got dice games.
You might win one of them.
Oh, you will win. The
yeah.
person running it's rubbish. He loses everything.
Yeah. Well, I just played upstairs.
No, Men's Morris.
Oh yeah.
She won. She won.
Yeah.
I blocked him in every go.
Good.
And here we have the Georgian part of the house. This great hall was originally built in 1491, but was updated to this beautiful Georgian period in 1720. Now, as you can see here, it looks absolutely amazing. I saw some pictures of this house where it went through a derelict period, and to restore it to this grandeur today, and just compliments to all the people who brought it back to look so amazing. It was actually in 1980, after their house and halls had been derelict for many years, that the people got together and formed the Middleton Hall Trust. And then they had to start the big job of restoring the Great Hall, which is still being restored today, because it's such a big job, but it's such a wonderful. So my thanks to the restorers, and long they continue to bring it back to its original splendour. And this is a picture on the wall of the people that originally worked here. And this was really nice to have a collection of all the people that did work here, all mentioned on this wall. I thought that was a really nice touch. We're quite lucky on this day, because today at Middleton is Medieval Day. So let's find out, what was it like to be a knight in those days?
I'm going to go find some water. Look, if you'd like to have a closer look at anything, just shout up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go sort this helmet out because I cannot hear anything. So leave it, but yep, leave you to it. Shout at me anything you want to know. So what we've got. Oh,
Better.
oh right.
Can you hear me?
Really actually, there you go. This is what I've just had on my head.
Put that on.
No, just taking your hand first, it's sweaty.
Whoa.
It is heavy.
Feel that?
Yeah.
So if I take it off you,
I can tell you, that helmet was heavy.
Yeah. Wow.
if you want to
How are
put it on,
you
can, but
fighting
it's
it? I just do not know. But at least it did save your life.
It keeps your head safe, but it's not pleasant to wear. So I am a standard peasant.
Okay.
This is what I
Here we have a common peasant
Do you have the tournament?
wearing a peasant's clothes
Okay.
with a little extra.
Yeah, I'm still a bit suspicious about that. I'm not sure where
You don't get gloves like those from peasants.
Yeah, but if you find them and the person who had them is no longer alive, he's not stealing.
All right.
Easy. You found them by a dead person.
He didn't need them anymore.
No.
Look at this.
I'm safe. But I mean, if you'd have found something, you could have used it.
Yeah.
Most definitely would have found it. Yeah. Because this is basically my armour. So if you want to, it's a padded jack.
So,
It's literally just
Oh, yeah.
it's sort of linen and would have been a wool.
Is that a gambeson?
No, it's just literally a padded jack.
Okay.
This is called, yeah.
This is the inside of one.
Wow.
So this is like a cricket pad. That you have to make yourself.
Oh,
You can't buy it, you make it. So it's made of blankets,
okay.
strips of blankets, all stitched together. Has anybody done quilting? Anything like that? Does anybody do any sewing?
A little bit.
Yeah. So you've got to sew it all together. You've got a bit of time, but if you feel the thickness of it, it's really, really dense. This will like Kevlar. So knives, things like that, will not get through it.
Really?
I've tried to stab through this and I can't.
Oh.
And it all gets tangled up in the fibres.
Oh.
You need something bigger. But this is, I mean, it's quite weighty. I mean, this has got some metal on it
Yeah.
to keep your joints safe. But if you want to actually feel the weight, it's for a jacket.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, and that's why it's called a jack. And that's where jacket comes from.
So in total, how long would it take to make that?
A couple of months, if you're good at sewing.
Yeah.
Most people who've made one of these by hand now say never again.
I bet.
I've had a go. I made a small section and then went, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm going to buy it from somebody else.
Yeah.
But that's where you get some people. Others are going to make a bit of money. A bit game. If so, you don't farming all the time. I could sew, make some of these, and sell them on for a bit of cash.
Yeah.
And that's how you start getting trades. People doing things like this, and you can start buying armour from
Yeah.
people. That is peasant armour. That's it.
It's also a bit of torture to make, though, isn't it?
It is an absolute torture to make, but if that will feed you for a winter,
Yeah.
you're going to make it. So that is a standard peasant peasant armour.
And finally, we moved to the gardens. They were actually started a renovation in 1984. And many visitors have said how peaceful and quiet the gardens are. It's really looks nice. And shortly we should be going to the lake, which was actually created in the 16th century. That looks really nice as well. So finally all I got to say is like, subscribe and leave a comment below if you want to. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on another video from Lighthouse Travel. Bye for now.